This video is brought to you by 80 Ways Media. Check us out. You know what's good, y'all? It's your boy Really Reek Reviews from 80 Ways Media, man. Today we talking about your man Justin Johnson and Young Dolph. So if you don't know, Justin Johnson is responsible for Young Dolph's murder. Young Dolph was killed in his hometown driving a Corvette at Makita's Cookies. And Justin Johnson was one of the shooters that was there. So I don't know too much about it, so we're gonna read this article. But from what I'm hearing about it is he only got paid $800 to do that murder with the other guy who's already dead. The other guy was more responsible than he was, and he got to foot the bill for this. So I mean, it's a sad situation for both of them, man. Two young black brothers, man. I would hate to see it happen like that. And he was just trying to make some money. The other guy had beef with, they from allegedly, remember this, allegedly, Yo Gotti's and a lot of Memphis beef. He was a trapper. He bought 100 homes. He owned 100 homes, and he bought a house every year and put it in his kid's name. And that's how you spend your money, man. That's how you do it. He was real intricate. Young Dolph, I'm talking about. He was a real prominent figure into society, especially in his city. People liked his music, man. I like Key Glock, man. He had the Paper Route Empire label. He had a lot of shit going for him, man. And we love to see black brothers do something, man, besides the same shit. Even though his music promotes drugs and violence, that's how we all party. You know what I'm saying? That's how we all party. So that's just what it is, man. But I mean, the story that I'm hearing that Justin Johnson, who was in the left, got paid only $800, and the guy who actually killed him probably got paid thousands, and he already dead. It just wasn't worth it, man. But we're gonna read this article and watch a little video together as a family, like we usually do. So if you fucking with me, man, just go ahead and like this video and join the family. 80 Ways Media got a lot of stuff coming. So let's read the article. Young Dolph verdict: rappers convicted killer Justin learns his fate. A jury delivered a guilty verdict in Memphis courtroom on Thursday after deliberating for about 4 hours as one of the men accused of killing rapper Young Dolph learned his fate. Justin Johnson, the first suspected shooter that killed the major rapper at his strip mall cookie shop in November 2021, was found guilty on first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and being a convicted felon in possession of a handgun. Now, before we continue, I just want to let y'all know they do compound charges. Don't think that, oh man, if I eat this murder, I don't have to eat the other charges. No, they compound charges. I see a lot of convicted felons with guns charges nowadays. So if you got other charges, that one is gonna stick. That's one of the more serious. That's one of the ones that they ain't gonna let you walk away from. Like you gonna do some time. He was sentenced to life in prison for the first-degree murder charge. He would be sentenced on the other charges in November. Now you see what that means? Just as before I even finished reading the article, I know that those other charges, were the conspiracy to commit first degree murder charge. That one that one might not stick. You know what I'm saying? Even though it was a higher hit, it depends on if he was the guy who was there or he just came along or what his lawyer can do, whatever. But I know for a fact that other one sticks, and of course they got another day to sentence him in November. So I knew that was gonna stick. Mia J, the life partner of Young Dolph, posted a statement on Instagram after the verdict. Today's verdict brings relief and restores my confidence in the justice system. On behalf of my children, family, and myself, I would like to thank law enforcement, prosecution, and everyone involved for their diligent work in presenting the facts that led to this conviction. We are also grateful to the public for standing with us and advocating for accountability throughout this process. The past 3 years have marked by the loss of Adolph, and the events leading to the trial have been incredibly frustrating. My faith has been tested, but Adolph's tragic execution has only strengthened my resolve to fight for justice. Not only for him, but for all black men. This is just the beginning of our journey towards achieving full justice for Adolph, and we will patiently support the unfolding of that process. Cornelius Smith is the second suspected gunman in Dolph's killing. Hernandez Govan, who is believed to be the mastermind behind the shooting death, has also been charged with murder. Smith testified against Johnson on Tuesday, corroborating the prosecutor's claim that he and Johnson carried out an alleged $100,000 hit on Young Dolph. Now, it ain't even saying whether they got paid for that yet. Y'all got to understand, when these guys take the hit, right, that money might not be up front. They might say, hey, go kill that nigga. I give you $100,000. And they go kill the nigga, and then they meet up. Then they like, all right, it's hot right now. Wait 3 days. And then in 3 days, you got picked up by the boys. So you didn't even get the money. I mean, they might have took something up front, but when you think $100,000, you probably like, man, bro, okay, you got my money, and they know the dude got the money. All right, boom, boom. Somehow, some way, he gonna be spending that $100,000 in jail, and we out of a hard ass rapper, a good ass, a major rapper at that. Somebody who went the independent route. We out of you know what I'm saying? We out of entertainment because of that. 100,000. So, but I mean, for $100,000, man, that man probably ain't got nothing, man. And I know it's Young Dolph, man. It's a lot of people's favorite rappers, you know what I'm saying? But Young Dolph would have said the same thing, man. Back when I ain't had shit, somebody was gonna pay me $100,000 to go shoot somebody up that I don't care nothing about because I don't care nothing about nothing because I don't got no money. I would have done it too. And that's just how life is, bro. Like life will put you in those situations where you got to take whatever kind of money you can get, and that's a large sum of money. That's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Drake had a song that said 100,000 on his head is disrespect. 100,000 on anybody's head, depending on what situation, ain't disrespect. Because you got to think about the guy who gonna do it. The guy who gonna do it, like, oh, that's good. That's a great come up. I can eat off of this. I can pay some bills. I can feed a few family members. But somebody got to die. Something that happens in the Bible. But we're not gonna continue talking about that. Let's finish reading this article, man. You know, I get off over here at 80 Ways Media, man. I go all off into space about it, man. I start, you know, my reviews are serious because I like my reviews to really, I like them to really project what somebody might say on both sides because we never pay attention to both sides of the story. So when we finish reading this, I'm gonna give you my honest review. The hit was allegedly thought up by Big Jook, the late brother of Young Dolph's rival, Yo Gotti. Big Jook just recently died after that, and they saying that was retaliation. You see what I'm saying? On the stand, Smith said he and Johnson agreed to pay Govan $10,000 after the hit, while each gunman would take home $40,000. He claims he only received $800 of that promise before his January 2022 arrest. I figured that. He only got $800, bro. $800 man. What the fuck you gonna do with that in jail? I mean, shit, you can stretch it for as long as you stretch it, but for a life sentence, that ain't long enough, man. I'm sorry, that won't work for bro. No motive for the murder has been disclosed. Gotti and Dolph's rivalry intensified over time, fueled by their contrasting affiliations and the competitive Memphis rap scene. Tensions grew as both artists threw subliminal jabs in their music and engaged in public spats. The feud was characterized by tracks that appeared to take shots at each other alongside incidents of violence. In September 2017, Young Dolph was shot outside L.A. hotel during a confrontation with 3 men. Initially, many speculated that the incident was linked to a feud with Gotti, who was also at the hotel. However, the LAPD later stated that Gotti was not considered a person of interest in the case. He could have paid that money, bro. It's possible, though, that he ain't had nothing to do with it, though. You never know. Days after the shooting, Corey McClendon, a known associate of Gotti, was arrested but ultimately not charged. So, man, you know what I'm saying? And when I look at these pictures of him in court, it's like I can see he's accepted it. I can look in his face and say, look, I accepted it. This is what I went to do. And it didn't go the way I wanted it to go. I didn't get that $100,000 and go on the run for as long as I can before the marshals come. But this is what I wanted to do, man. And this is how it works out. And this is how it worked out. Sorry. So let's continue reading. Prosecutors questioned Smith's intentions in testifying against Johnson, citing letters to his family where Smith allegedly stated that he would lie to and say he shot Dolph to get a better deal. Smith denied this and stated he agreed to tell the truth because he had a conscience. Now, having a conscience, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, having a conscience at a time like that. You know what? I'm gonna just wait. Big Jook 47 was fatally shot near a Memphis restaurant and event center in January. He and another victim who survived the shooting were at a repast or meal shared by the family and friends of a deceased person, typical after a funeral. No arrests have been made in Big Jook's death. So, long story short, he said he only got $800. He could be lying, but I believe him. The reason why I believe him is because he probably got scammed out of that 100,000 that he was supposed to get, or that 40 grand he was supposed to get. Now, the 100,000 sounds good. That's how you say I got 100 racks for it, 100 large. I got 100 large for that nigga head. But after you get, you got to factor in how much. I'm gonna break it down how much it could possibly cost. I got to get him. I got to get somebody to go with me to make sure that it's done, and they're gonna be involved in it. So I got to get them half. So that 100 grand is now 50,000. Then whoever set it up, obviously they said somebody set it up for them and facilitated, did all the computer and paperwork for it, as they would say. He got 10 grand. So now you have 40 grand. Then I would have to go find a hotel room. Or I would have to go find a hotel room for months or Airbnb. Let's just call it 5 grand. So 5 grand from each of them for a hotel room. Now it's down to 35,000. Then I got to find something to slide in, and I can't slide in no bucket. I got to be able to get away. Let's just call it another 5 grand from both of them. Now that's taken down to $30,000. Now this has to go on for a period of the rest of your life. So this can be happening for years. You got to factor in weed. You got to factor in liquor. You got to factor in food. All of that shit gonna chop away at that $30,000 that you got. And in 1 year, you out of money. You out of money because you couldn't do it yourself and you didn't already have shit set up. It'd be a difference if you had a place to go hide out that was free. If you had food there that was gonna last 2-3 years, and if you had you a little slider already that you don't got, that you know what I'm saying, that you can get away in. It'd be a difference, but you not set up for that. So that 100 racks was just gonna be for you to blow, man. Go have your good time. Go get some bitches. Go get you some drugs, some weed, whatever, and party for this next 6 months or whatever. And then when they come see about you, throw your hands up. Because if anybody puts something on your books, well, that's another thing niggas probably don't do. They don't trust nobody. Hey, here go 10 racks just in case I get caught. So you can put it on my book so I survive for a little bit. They're not thinking about that because that person gonna take that 10,000 or 1,000 and start pinching off of it. The next thing you know, you don't have nothing. Then you locked up, so you can't do nothing anyway. It don't matter who you call or anything. So it's a tragic story, but you got to understand, we're not looking at it from both sides. These men from the same hood. More often than not, these men is from the same hood, bro. The same shitty ass streets of Memphis. I mean, I don't want to say shitty in disrespect. I mean to say it in just retrospect. In a way to say it like, yo, listen, this is how it has always been. It's always been dirty and grimy. Me and Dolph from the same spot. But somebody got 100,000 for me. He's a millionaire. I don't care nothing about him. He not gonna give me $1. I don't care nothing about his music. I don't care nothing about none of that, bro. I'm loyal to who I'm loyal to. You know what I'm saying? I don't care nothing about the black race needing to stop killing each other. I don't care nothing about none of that, man. It's 100,000 on the line right now, man. And I've got me a gun? You mean tell me that this little black piece of steel that got firepower in it, this little piece of fire and metal, is gonna give me 100 racks, and all I gotta do is something I probably do for fun? Come on, bro. Come on, yo. The sad part, there's two sad parts of the story. The sad part is it's three actually. I'm sorry, three sad parts. The first sad part that I'm gonna point out, this is not in order, is that they killed him at a black-owned business. That having him come to that business is driving traffic. It looks good, and it shows that we can keep shit in the hood that people want to eat at. You know what I'm saying? We can keep shit in the hood that people want to eat at. Cookies, come on, bro. Where I'm from, man, a cookie business wouldn't even last unless they mainstream. So something in the hood like that, man, come on, bro. That's a violation, bro. That's a violation. Don't kill him. Don't kill him at Makita's Cookies. Follow that nigga and kill him at the store or something like that. Don't kill him at Makita's Cookies. I'm sorry. I keep it a buck over here. The second thing that I wanted to say was tragic, of course, was losing Dolph's life because he was doing so many great things. You see, he was fucking with Makita's Cookies. You know what I'm saying? He's still in his hood. He's still looking out for whatever he was around. He was looking out for. I'm sure he was looking out for his kids, his little neighborhood, whatever it was. And now he go. The third thing that's most fucked up about this is that this man got paid $100,000 and only received $800. Nigga, I would have shot my goddamn self at that point. Like, what the fuck would you, man? Come on, bro. It kind of, like, I would never do any of these stuff, and I don't condone this stuff, and you shouldn't either if you're watching this video. But, like, that alone, man, that alone is just like the damn hit. I'm sorry. It's just like the hit. Like, yo, oh my goodness, you mean to tell me I'm supposed to get 40 racks and I only got 800? Which after I eat and get that hotel room or whatever they call it, nigga, I'm down to 600. After I got me a sack of tree, I'm down to 400. After I paid some gas money to try to maneuver me around, get me a ski mask, I'm down to 200. That money ain't last nothing, bro. That money ain't last nothing. But I mean, as everybody would say, he got what he deserved. So if you wanted to do that, actually, they wouldn't even say that he got what he deserved. Getting what he deserved to most people would be blood for blood. But what the feds do is they make what the justice system do is they make you suffer before you die. So now you're gonna be seeing concrete walls before you die. So they don't believe in blood for blood. You know what I'm saying? Not unless you're a serial killer, then you can get your blood for blood. But they're gonna put you in behind them walls. And he looking at the camera too, and I can see it in his eyes, man. He just like, man, look, this is what I did, and it's over. It's over. They already know it's over, man. And but he don't really have no remorse, man, because now he's accepted what he's done. And so that's a part of life. You gotta accept what you do when you do wrong. And that's some street shit that niggas gonna tell you, man. When you doing wrong, you gotta accept that shit, man. You can't blame that shit on no bitch. You can't blame that shit on your mama and daddy. Once you do some street shit, man, you gotta accept that you did that shit. You a man now. Cause that's how you carried it, that's how you gonna get treated, man. And you know what I'm saying? It's sad to say, man, I fuck with Paper Route, man. I feel like they had a distinct sound, man. A sound like no other, bro. But this had to happen like that, man. But, man, y'all follow me, man. Y'all give me a like, comment on this video, man. Cause this shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. Three sad stories. Makita's Cookies, Young Dolph's murder, and this man only got $800. I can't. Hey, look, three fatal blows. All three of them. Even though Makita's can still get open for business, they're like, damn, man, why you kill the famous nigga that was rocking with me? Like, damn, brother, I'm in the hood, man. I'm from the same hood as y'all. Why we can't never, why you keep fucking up your neighborhood? This is where you see bitches at. This is where you can come post up and get you some cookies and you can see you some bitches and with your nice fit on and your fly ass whip, but you can't afford it, so you gotta kill Dolph. I'm sorry. This stuff is crazy. This stuff is loony. Y'all niggas loony, bro. Y'all niggas loony. And it's not your fault all the way. But it's y'all niggas loony, bro. But it's your boy Really Rick Reviews from 80 Ways Media. I'm gone.